What's up to Lion Talk Live? So we love you too, buddy.
What's going on, guys? It is Aiden Hutchinson.
What's up, man? It's your boy Amon-Ra St. Brown.
What's going on, Coach Dan at Lions Talk Live and the Duke Crew. This is Ball Hawk, Fatima Lafano of the Detroit Lions. Everybody make sure you help support the YouTube channel Lions Talk Live by clicking that like and subscribe button. Let's get it and go Detroit.
Greetings and salutations to everyone out there in YouTube land. This is Dan Skipper, offensive weapon for the Detroit Lions. Make sure you all help support Lions Talk Live and Coach Dan by clicking on that like and subscribe button. Everybody, woo!
Well, greetings and salutations to everybody out there in YouTube land. I'm your host, once again, Dan Thornton, and I want to come at you. Hey, it is Friday, 2 days before the Lions play the Minnesota Vikings, and we got some great news late last night, from the Detroit Lions, from the PR, in regards to Aidan Hutchinson. If you weren't aware, which I'm assuming if you're a Lions fan and you're watching the show, you probably are aware, Aidan Hutchinson last week against the Dallas Cowboys broke part of his leg, and there was worry after the game, during the game, hey, could this impact his career? Could this impact him for multiple seasons? All that became a little bit more clear as time went on, and started some of the speculation that, hey, maybe Aidan Hutchinson will be fine for next season. But in his first post-surgery address with the media, with his doctor, I should say, it's come out that Aidan Hutchinson had perhaps the best results possible as far as the break itself. So for those that don't know, Aidan Hutchinson, the break was deemed a clean break. What does that mean? It means that, hey, no muscles, no nerves or anything of that sort were affected by the break. The break is now expected to heal faster than possible, and that is as of yesterday's meeting with his primary physician's team. In fact, Albert Breer talked about this on Thursday Night Football. Let's go ahead and take a quick listen to that, see what they have to say, but I think he gives you some pretty good information in regards to all that. Let me pull that up on the screen here. All right, I got buttons here. I got to figure out which button does what here. All right, let me go ahead and get this up on the screen for you guys.
For more now on these games, we bring back Albert Breer. Albert, Detroit will be without Aidan Hutchinson, of course, after suffering that broken tibia and fibula against the Cowboys. What are the Lions saying about his recovery?
Well, I talked to one person close to Aidan this week who said that they felt like the hand of God was over him on Sunday. Now, obviously, breaking your leg is an unfortunate circumstance, but they felt lucky in a number of different ways. Number one, the injury happened in Arlington, Texas, less than 10 minutes away from a level 1 trauma center. That's the Baylor Medical Center. At the Baylor Medical Center was Dr. Alan Jones, who's one of the foremost surgeons when it comes to this type of surgery. Aidan was in surgery less than 3 hours after going down on the field at AT&T Stadium. And then no nerve damage, no artery damage, no ligament damage. This was
all right, so I can't play the whole clip just for YouTube reasons. If I played too much of it, as you guys probably know, I'm going to get a timeout from YouTube. So what we can take from all that is, hey, just as fortunate as he could be. We were talking to you guys during the game against the Dallas Cowboys. We had some friends who work in the media that had, feet on the floor, or giving us updates as best as they could get it. And yes, as you hear him talk about, Aidan Hutchinson was in the surgery right away to try to preserve things, fighting the clock. I know we walked you guys through it all as it was happening, but as Breer does talk about, it really was just a stroke of a number of good luck situations, the type of surgeon you have, the medical trauma team you have available to him, the time from both the Lions training staff and the Dallas Cowboys training staff working conjunctly to get him there, and just, hey, everything could go as well as possible. Now, I can't play the whole clip because I don't want to, like I said, get in trouble here with YouTube, but he does go on to talk about it is now possible, they believe, that he can be back on the field within 4 months. 4 months-ish is the big term there. There are some reports starting to suggest it could be closer to 3 months. There are some reports also that conflict that say it could be closer to 4.5 months. Whatever it is, and we all heal differently, I get that, but whatever it is, it does appear that there's at least some level of potential that Aidan Hutchinson could return for the playoffs, or at least some portion of the playoffs, whether it be just the Super Bowl, NFC Championship game, divisional round, whatever it is. it does seem like it is a growing possibility. As long as there are no setbacks, as long as he heals, as long as, and again, maybe he heals faster than other people. Maybe he's got that Frank Ragnow blood in him where he heals from a torn pec in 2 weeks. But whatever it is seeming possible more and more that this is as good a situation, considering everything that happened to Aidan Hutchinson, that we could have expected as Lions fans. It is clear at this point from all involved, next year he's going to be fine. He's going to be back out there. There's not going to be any issues or problems. He will be Aidan Hutchinson. He'll take part in training camp, OTAs, the whole shebang-a-bang. Now the question does become, because of the timing with things, do you think the Lions, if he's fully healthy, if the medical staff say, hey, okay, in the playoffs, let him go, even if it's on a limited snap count, let him get back on the field, and on a week-to-week basis, leading into the Super Bowl, if we can get there, that, hey, you've regained Aidan Hutchinson. Me as a coach, here's what I would say. I would talk to all the medical staffs, both a neutral staff and our own staff. Now I would corroborate it with perhaps the NFL and some of their hierarchy and say, hey, what do we really think? What's the probability he could re-injure something? Is there any real strong chance? If the chances are too high, I'm keeping him out. But if they say, hey, you can play him for week 1, let's test him out. He's good to go, but we're going to keep him on a pitch count, say 15, 18 snaps. He does well in that first game, wherever it is. Again, if it's in the Super Bowl, divisional round, wherever. Now the second week, now let's up that a certain percentage. If it was 15 or 18 first week, now we get him to 20, 23, 25 the next week. And then if there was a third week in this scenario, I'd probably hold him to nothing more than 30 snaps. But let that sink in. 30 snaps in an NFL game, that's quite a lot. 20 to 25, that's still a lot. And if you can get him in just certain situations while trying to keep him as, working forward in that recovery process as possible, it's probably the best situation. I'm not saying he's going to return. I'm not saying, hey, somebody said he's going to return next week against the Minnesota Vikings or the following week against, Tennessee Titans. I'm not doing anything like that. I'm simply saying that all reports are this is as good a situation for his recovery as possible. And yes, there is a real possibility that he could be back in some level this season if the Lions make it to the playoffs, and then it becomes a question of where it is in the playoffs. All right, I hope you all have a great day. Do something kind for somebody you don't know. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that thumbs up button. Be good to each other. If there's breaking news, I'll get it over to you as quick as possible. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you all in the next Lions Talk Live. Take care, everybody.
Happy trails to you until we meet again.